stops nothing. The sacrament of this world to the great Khan Maker will be made, and the energy will be restored once again. From the souls of the non-believers, you will not see him from the judgment. You cannot interfere. This is humanity's choice to give service to us. You cannot resist the will of the Khan Maker. Activating the portal now. There's you who can enforce it. Cannot kill the priests. You know our laws. Despite their transgressions against the government, they are still of sentinel blood. What you interfere with now is bigger than you can imagine. It is written. It is their time to give penance. If you continue, you will bring down the heavens' wrath. You are but one man. They are no longer your people to save. I told you all to leave me here. I am where I belong. Saving the people will not bring you peace. Only make the burden you carry worse. And now you seek to defy the Khan Maker herself. It is your people's time now to give penance, just as it was mine. Hear me, Slayer. His heart is laid to rest, and his soul will be at peace. Your connection successful. You are now in control of the Orphanage Project. Opening the portal now. You are never one of us. You are nothing but a usurper of false freedom.
Yeah, it could have been
Eyes have been opened. Let me help you to see, Slayer. That control pod contains the energy source of the BFG. Great Slayer.
You cannot stop the procession. We will not be able to control it! No! You have destroyed all that I was meant to rule. Just to protect them. Human servants to our beliefs. You have broken the holy seal of our attack. The transgression sphere. Jeopardize all of my nation.
Sleep now.
Good old broken broomstick. An actual broomstick.
The Whirlpool Smart Range automatically updates itself with features like air fry, so you can worry less about keeping up with the latest talent and care more about keeping up with the latest trends. Say cheese. Everyday care.
There have been many important figures that have made great change to the world, but there was one that made an even greater impact on the universe itself. This man went by many names: a Marine, the Unchained Predator, and the Hellwalker, the man who ripped and tore his way through hell itself. What connection did he have to the Dark Lord? Why did the demons of hell fear him? And what made him so powerful? Here we explore in the lore and story behind the Doomslayer. Way before the Doomslayer became one of the most powerful forces in the universe, he was a simple space marine from planet Earth. While most of the early years of this hero are shrouded in mystery, it is believed that he came from a long line of war heroes, those of which included B.J. Blazkowicz and Commander Keen. As one of Earth's most trained soldiers, the Marine followed his orders well. That was, until he was ordered to fire upon innocent civilians by his commanding officer. In this moment, he assaulted his commanding officer instead. This action, in his mind, was the right thing to do. But as punishment, he was dishonorably discharged from service and transferred to Mars to work with the Union Aerospace Corporation. Here, their facility was home to radioactive waste facilities on Mars and its two moons of Phobos and Deimos. For 3 years, the Marine worked security at this secret base and heard rumors of teleportation experiments that the UAC have been conducting. But on one day, he received a message from within the Phobos base that they required immediate military support, that something evil was coming out of the gateways. And shortly after, the Marine and the other troops traveled to the base to help them. Upon arrival, the Marine was ordered to secure the perimeter as the rest of the team went into the base. For hours, he waited for them to contact him, but all he picked up on the radio was guns firing, screams, bones cracking, and then silence. Believing his squad to be dead, the Marine entered the facility with only a pistol in hand, and he came across the demonic entities that have used these gateways to travel from Hell to Phobos. As a skilled Marine, he managed to defend himself against the waves of these evil creatures that had taken over this facility and mutilated his squad, and over time, traveled through a portal into Hell itself. Inside, he came upon the spider mastermind who was behind this whole invasion, and using the weapons of the dead he had come across over his journey through the facility and Hell, he fought with and killed this creature. After this victory, the Marine discovered a hidden doorway, and upon entering it, he found himself on Earth. Then he realized that while he had been fighting on Phobos, the spider mastermind had also invaded his home planet. As he traveled across the planet, he saw the chaos that this invasion had created. Whole cities were in ruins and the dead littered the streets. When he finally arrived at his family home, he discovered the bodies of his wife, child, and his pet rabbit, Daisy. Everything had been taken from him, and he needed his vengeance. So, he took an old family photo and a piece of Daisy with him to fuel his rage against the demons that had destroyed his life. He discovered that the leaders of Earth were attempting to evacuate the survivors of this invasion, but they needed access to a spaceport to do so. The problem was that the invaders had set up a force field around it, so the Marine, now also going by the name Doom Guy, slayed the demons in all his rage, and the remaining population of humanity managed to escape the planet. As the last known human on Earth and without a family, the Doom Guy felt like he had done his part and waited for death. But then, he received a message from Earth Control in space, where they told him that the invasion had actually originated in the heart of his home city. So, he traveled there and discovered another door to Hell. He believed that if he re-entered, then he could close it from the other side and save the planet. Upon his arrival in Hell, he destroyed every demonic entity that came across him, where the demons came to fear him. The Doom Guy was a force to be reckoned with. Eventually, he discovered the Icon of Sin, a gruesome, giant demon. Using all of the skills he had trained over this awful ordeal, the Doom Guy destroyed the beast, and, as a result, left devastation in Hell and closed the portal to Earth, where he and humanity returned to rebuild their planet. As time went on, the Doom Guy struggled to adapt to a normal life. His dreams were plagued by the horrific events he had survived. The demons, blood, guts, and the loss of his family. But the doctors could not help him get past this, and even worse, his battle was not over. On Mars, something had survived his wrath. Going by the name, the mother of all demons, she wandered Phobos and resurrected the dead, even more powerful than they were before, and after the UAC discovered another potential invasion was on the way, They sent the Doom Guy to take her down. On yet another harrowing journey, the Doom Guy, fueled by rage, destroyed the demons on his way to hell and slayed the mother, yet another powerful beast. But this time, he decided to close the gateway from inside hell so that he could stop any upcoming invasion from within, a sacrifice for humanity. For some time, the Doomslayer sparked fear in hell and the bodies of demons piled up around him. That was until the Resurrector, the sister of the Mother of Demons, decided to do something about it. She wanted revenge for her sister's death, and so teleported him back to Earth into a facility overrun by demons. Following his namesake, he brought doom to every demon he encountered on his way back to hell, where he came upon the Resurrector, and upon this encounter, the Doom Guy had no problem destroying her, just like her sister. And as he once again chose to remain in hell, he had a vision of a path of perpetual torment, a path through doom. And as the years passed, his mind only focused on one thing: the blood of his enemies.
Dishwashers use 80% less water than hand washing and save $130 on utilities. Cascade.
Suddenly, the Doom Guy found himself in a new place. This was not somewhere he recognized. Unknown to him, he had somehow traveled through space and time onto a new world. Some even say to a different timeline. The world of Argent Dunur. In this age, the Argenta people lived under the rule of King Novik, and this was a peaceful period for them. They all worshipped the Maker species, who, upon first discovery of them, gave the Argenta new technologies and information to thrive in the universe. In return for this knowledge, the Argenta went out into the universe to spread the word and teachings of the Maker to every sentient species they discovered. As scouts explored the land outside of the city of Sentinel Prime, they came upon this man that had suffered so much. They brought him into their city, where they introduced him to the Argenta priests. This outlander was a species they had not encountered before, where they gathered all of the information they could about him from his broken, bloodied body, as they could not understand the English language, his ramblings of demons, guts, and blood. By Argenta law, any stranger that came upon them was to be judged inside of the Colosseum by trial of combat. If he died, he died. But if he won, he would be allowed to live to fight in the Maker's army. From the stands, the Argenta watched as the Outlander overcame his physical injuries and fought against the creatures of the Colosseum. They saw how he fought in a brutal, chaotic manner as his war cry echoed across the arena. Here, he even gained supporters where they chanted the words rip and tear, just as he did, even though they did not understand his foreign tongue. With his flawless technique and rage to fuel him, the Outlander survived his trial by combat, where even the best warriors in King Novik's army admired his battle prowess from afar. As the Outlander was returned to his living quarters, the Argenta documented his mad ramblings of evil, demons, death, and a world that thrived on it, hell. So, the Khan Maker, the leader of the Maker species, asked her minions to learn this foreign tongue so that she could understand what he was saying. As one of the first species created to understand and develop technologies, the Khan Maker quickly learned English and spoke to the Outlander. As she listened, she took note of these creatures born of fire in another land that they had not yet discovered. She believed that it could be yet another place for the Argenta to spread word and gift with Maker technology, when in reality, this place only wanted one thing: death. As time passed, the Outlander stopped speaking completely and focused solely on fighting for the Argenta army with the other prisoners that had survived the Colosseum. But these battles were nothing compared to what was coming. On the eve of the Black Star, the demons broke through reality and created portals of fire from hell to Argent D'Nur. It is unknown whether they came upon this place by chance or whether they followed the Doom Guy, but a new war began. In their hordes, the demonic entities took down major settlements on Argent D'Nur, where many died attempting to fight them off. So, the Night Sentinels were sent in to attempt to contain this problem, when the Holy Wars began. The army of the angelic makers against the demons of hell. It was quickly discovered that these were not normal beings, and that their weapons came from the very essence of a tortured soul. It was here that it became clear that these demons had invaded Argent D'Nur in order to kill as many mortals as they could to acquire hell essence from their deaths. And as more of the Argentan people felt these evil beings, the stronger Hell's forces became. As the Doom Guy fought alongside the other armies of Argent D'Nur, in the background, the best and brightest worked to understand how the demons created energy from the souls of the dead. And it was one of the priests that uncovered the secret of hell essence. Upon the discovery that a soul had to be tortured and harnessed with technology, they believed that if they could somehow travel into hell, they could cut off their source of power from within and could end this war. But as they learned more about this power, it corrupted the priests and the Khan Maker, who believed that they should actually use this energy to improve their armies and the Maker and Argenta way of life. So, instead of stopping this power, they leaned into it and created their own secret factories in hell to combine hell essence